The ocean, the sweeping deep blue. Far beyond the scenic mountains and valleys thrive the vast waters that cover most of the Earth. Covering around 70% of the planet, the world's ocean is home to a massive underwater ecosystem. The waters are so vast that it is impossible to know the exact number of species that flourish underneath. So far, about 200,000 marine species are known to exist, and millions more are yet to be discovered. More than 80% of the world's ocean is still unexplored. Even the brightest scientists and explorers wielding state-of-the-art machines have, up to this time, failed to permeate its floors. Within the waters lie boundless mysteries. Some of those mysteries we are yet to see, but a few of them we have already laid eyes on. In 1997, a baffling underwater noise was recorded by a hydrophone near the southern coast of Chile. Nicknamed the Bloop. This mysterious sound has bewildered experts for years and captured the interest of conspiracy theorists and sea monster enthusiasts. The Bloop was one of the loudest, most mysterious sounds ever captured by a hydrophone. It was so loud that even listening stations 5,000 kilometers apart were able to record it. It was a sound like no other. Scientists were able to pinpoint the exact location of a remote area near the Antarctic and on the west coast of South America. Similar sounds were detected over the Indian Ocean a few days after that, but then it suddenly stopped, never to be heard from again. Contrary to what many people think, the deepest parts of the oceans are not all silent and still. Thanks to hydrophones, experts can track underwater sounds from all directions and monitor marine migration and volcanic activities. Underwater microphones weren't always operated by scientists, though. The hydrophone's history was grounded on military surveillance. In fact, they have been referred to as military spy sensors. During the Cold War, the United States Navy established a passive sonar system called Sound Surveillance System, SOSUS, and used hydrophones to monitor Soviet submarines. Towards the end of that war, the use of these facilities decreased, so everything became available for National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA's, oceanography research. Was it possible that alongside surveillance, hydrophones served another purpose, that is, to detect the presence of unknown sea monsters? Was the US Navy, apart from spying on the Soviet Union, leading a sea monster hunt? Many people popularized the idea that the Bloop may have been from an animal yet to be discovered by science. That possibility can't be blotted out, considering that time and time again, new marine animals are being discovered. Some of them microscopic, others incredibly massive in size. The documented existence of the giant squid is proof that monsters of the deep exist. Tales of the Kraken have been spreading since ancient times, but it wasn't until 2012 that footage of a living specimen in its natural habitat was recorded. The first living giant squid caught on camera would have measured a little more than 26 feet if it wasn't for the absence of its two longest tentacles. Will hydrophones and other advanced military tools lead our path to the great unknown of marine life? Military marine mammals exist, and both the United States and Russia use sea creatures in their respective operations. Discovery of a possible fierce sea animal can surely benefit their surveillance initiatives. After the Second World War, the United States tried to train sharks to serve as suicide bombers. Dolphins, sea lions, and sharks are highly intelligent animals. They are born with amazing capabilities that make them so much better than different tools and machines. Sea lions don't have sonar capabilities, but they have good eyesight. They are fast and can help find lost equipment. The sea lion right here is on standby, waiting for the command of its handler to search the pier for possible threats during the International Mine Countermeasures exercise. Dolphins and whales have echolocation abilities, allowing them to detect mines buried underwater. This beluga whale is working with the US Navy to make a training target. Let's not close our doors to a military sea monster search. Surely, a bigger, more intelligent, and menacing underwater creature will be even more useful for them. Is the Bloop really an animal or a natural phenomenon? By 2012, it was revealed by NOAA that the Bloop was merely the sound of an icequake, a natural phenomenon that involves an iceberg splitting and breaking away from a glacier and eventually melting into the cold seas. According to scientists, more and more frostquakes happen yearly due to global warming. In an interview by Wire.co.uk, Robert Dziak, an Oregon State University seismologist, said that the sea monster theory is just a product of our silly imagination. The years following the Bloop recording were filled with controversies. For many, the announcement that it was a mere icequake is not acceptable. Some of them even cited the mystifying proximity between the origin of the sound and H.P. Lovecraft's fictional lost city of R'lyeh. The locations are thousands of miles apart, but both are situated in the general part of the southern Pacific Ocean. Here is an illustration of R'lyeh that is said to be located 47 degrees 9 minutes south, 123 degrees 43 minutes west in the southern Pacific Ocean. In R'lyeh dwells Cthulhu, a monster that resembles a human, a dragon, and an octopus. Lovecraft's drawing of Cthulhu shows just that. Is the Bloop a manifestation of Cthulhu? Has Lovecraftian cosmic horror finally transcended our own reality? There really is no way of knowing. Turns out, the world's oceans are even more mysterious than space. Aside from the Bloop, here are 4 underwater sound mysteries that continue to mystify the world. The upsweep was first recorded by the NOAA in 1991. It is continuously heard every year since it was detected, with its loudest during autumn and spring. The noise was so loud, it can be heard throughout the Pacific Ocean. An underwater volcano at around 54 degrees south, 140 degrees west, is a possible origin, but the exact source is unknown until now. Listen to the sweeping sounds of the upsweep. The whistle was picked up by a single hydrophone in 1997, somewhere from the Pacific Ocean. Since it was only captured by one underwater microphone, its main location remains unknown. Listen to the whistle as it hisses throughout the ocean's darkness. Another underwater riddle that bewildered people is the sound that became known as slow down. Recorded in 1997, its name came from its gradual decrease in frequency for about 7 minutes. It appears to have originated from the western coast of South America, possibly caused by a huge iceberg coming down to the ground. In 2016, distinct moans were heard by passive acoustic detectors in the Mariana Trench, the deepest known part of the ocean. Researchers gave the sounds the nickname Western Pacific Biotwang. At first, it was thought to be a mating call from either a dwarf mink or a baleen whale, but there is little evidence to prove this. Experts expressed their doubts. If it is truly a mating call, why are they detecting the noise all year round? What can these ocean voices be? The puzzle lives on, since more and more strange ocean noises are being recorded as the years progress. When it comes to secrets, the ocean is not dropping its anchor on a single possibility. The trenches are deep and the ocean floors vast. The underwater world known to science, meanwhile, grasps only one part of the plane.